Hey guys, it's your girl Me-Anie. Yes, if you can read the title of this video, basically they stole my debit card and tried to clean me out. On Sunday, this happened, and I wanted to respond to all the questions that, everyone was asking on Instagram. I made a video, but at that time I did not feel as though that was the right video to post because I only had the story and I didn't have the reason or the lesson I was supposed to learn from the situation that I was put into. And that's the kind of video that I want to share with you guys. So to go over what happened, I went to church on Sunday, very nice service, got saved, needed that. So yeah, she's saved now. Got saved, and after church, there was choir practice. So my neighbor and myself, we ran out to Burger King to grab something to eat because we were there for quite some time and we started getting kind of hungry. She drove and I was in the passenger side. So when we got to Burger King, I gave her my card to pay. So we were sitting there, we gave her my card and we're looking in the order. Everything looks correct. So we're about to take off. But we're waiting. And the guy's like, oh, hold on, we didn't give you the right order. So I'm looking in the bag and it appeared as everything was there, but they're like, no, we gave you the wrong sandwiches. We gave you plain instead of blah, blah, blah. So they gave us another bag with 2 more sandwiches. And we're like, okay. So they're like, no, just, keep those sandwiches. It's on us. So we're like, ooh, that's a blessing. And we pulled into the parking spot and we just ate right there because we were like famished. After that, we went to Family Dollar to get some stuff to take back for the other people at the church. Now, all that said and done, I go home, I'm exhausted, I'm on my couch sleeping. My phone starts ringing and I pick it up. It's a guy from Wells Fargo. And I'm thinking like, why is Wells Fargo calling me on a Sunday, So he's like, hi, is this so-and-so? I'm like, yeah, this is she. He's like, okay, are you trying to currently use your card right now at Walmart for $314? I said, no, I'm at home asleep on my couch. She said, so you're not trying to use your card for $314 at Walmart? I said, no. So he said, well, do you have your card on you? I said, yeah, I'm pretty sure I have my card. He said, well, can you check? So I go and I look in my bag and I don't see my card. And I thought back like, okay, when was the last time I used my card? Because I normally do not use my debit card at all. So I run next door to my neighbor and I ask her, hey, did you remember if we got the card back from Burger King? And she panicked. She was like, no, I don't think we got it back. So she runs upstairs and look in her wallet just in case she put it in her wallet because she was the one paying. She handed the card over and it wasn't in there. So I was, I came back into my apartment and I was still on the phone with the guy and I'm like, no, I don't have my debit card. He was like, okay, well, someone right now is trying to use your card. They tried 2 times at Walmart for $314. And I said, well, the last time I used my card I said McDonald's. I didn't say Burger King. I was like, the last charge on my card was McDonald's for $7 and something cents. He was like, I don't have a McDonald's. I have a Burger King. I said, okay, it was Burger King because I'm not really good with these fast food places. So he was like, okay, Burger King for $7.19 or whatever it was. And then he said, okay, well, there's a charge that processed on your card for $36.50 at Marathon gas station. You didn't do that, asking me. And I'm like, no, the last thing I charged was the $7.19 or $7 whatever at Burger King. So they were able to use my card at the gas station for $36.50. And then they tried twice to use my card at Walmart for $314. So as we're talking on the phone, he's like, oh, they're actually trying again at Walgreens. So while we're talking, that person is trying again to use my card at Walgreens. He said, okay, well, they just did 2 attempts at Walgreens for $115. And right then off the bat, we just, shut down the card and everything like that. So we exchanged information. He gave me information on a claim number in case I was going to press charges, blah, 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 whatever. So from there, I hop in my car. I drive back down to where the church is. And first I went to the Marathon that's right across the street. The lady was nice enough to come back because she went home for the day. She came back over, looked through all the receipts, and the charge wasn't in there because that wasn't the location. So come to find out, the location was a little bit further away. Now I went into the Burger King, spoke to the manager. Of course, it's Sunday at 5 o'clock. Nobody that has any kind of authority over cameras, whatever, they're not there because it's a Sunday evening. So they're not going to be working. Basically came down to me having to come back or call the next day for, you know, information, blah, 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 whatever. So the marathon that it was actually charged at, they were giving me the runarounds. The manager isn't going to be back until August 13th. Couldn't understand what the guy was saying at all. Like he was Indian or something. And I think he was just as frustrated with me as I was with him. It was just a big hassle. I called Walgreens 8 o'clock in the morning on Monday, and I spoke to the manager, told him what the situation was, asked them, you know, can you look at your camera so I can figure out who was trying to charge my card? I also spoke to the DM at Burger King, telling them, okay, what the situation was. And I said, you know, I really want to know what happened to the card. Can you look at your cameras and see what happened? Can you tell me if, you know, someone in the store did not give me my card back, or did they give it to the wrong person, or did they actually give it back to me? So to make a long story short, after many calls and waiting for people to call back, Walgreens, the manager never called me back. This was Monday. Today is Tuesday. He still didn't call me back today. I called him twice, spoke to him. He said, oh, I didn't forget about you. Never called me back. Burger King, they called and they said that on their end, they have it as the people giving us the card back. So we're really trying to think, okay, if they gave us the card back, what happened to it? Because from there, we went right back to church and then I came home. So I'm still trying to put two and two together. Either way, the card is gone. Someone found it, whatever, started charging it. And the whole time that I'm trying to get this sorted out, I'm just like, man, I should just leave this alone. I'm just going to turn this over to God, because if I go into it, I'm just going to stress about it. I'm going to put too much energy into it, and it's going to be a negative thing. So everything that was happening with people not calling me back, the manager being on vacation, the Burger King saying that I got the car back, all that was just confirmation for me to turn this over to God and let him handle it. You know, like, I honestly didn't lose anything because the bank is going to, you know, they're insured. So they're going to put that money back on my card, the $36.50, and the other two attempts didn't go through. So it was just like a test for me. And I think the whole thing that I needed to learn from this was forgiveness. You know, everyone is like, what are you going to do? Are you going to press charges, press charges, press charges? And I'm like, I really don't know what I want to do when I find out who the person is. So I just, it was like, you know, I really hope that whatever this person is facing, that it was worth it, because you needed some gas, you got some gas. And the funny thing was the fact that they were able to use my card at a gas station. I drove all the way down there. And when it was time for me to come back, I needed gas. But I didn't have my card at all to get any gas. I mean, I was going home on E. My light was on, and I was just praying that I got home. So I was like, this is really ironic. You know, they were able to get gas with my card, and I don't even have my card to get gas. But I honestly believe that it was all about forgiveness for me, because I want to say last week sometime, someone that I don't speak to anymore reached out to me on my phone, texted me. I didn't know what number it was because it was a new number. It wasn't saved in my phone. The person was like, hey, how are you doing? How's Siler? And I was like, he's fine. Who was this? And they were like, oh, it's so-and-so. I didn't respond. I did not even respond, because I'm like, okay, I'm not talking to you, so bye, you know? But it was just all about forgiveness, and it kept telling me, okay, you need to just let go of whatever malice or anger you have towards this person and move on from it. So today I actually sat down, I typed up an email, sent it off to the person, like, you know what, all that, whatever I had against you, I'm just going to let it go. I'm free of it. I wish you the best, blah, 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 whatever. So that was my big lesson. Forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. Long story, but man, situations, they definitely teach you things about yourself, and you're going to keep going through these things until you learn what you need to learn. And that's what I'm seeing. So, after this long drawn out story, that's all I had to say. It's all about forgiveness. She's growing up, y'all. Ooh, bye.